chemical properties of metals and nonmetals. Now children, we will be learning about the chemical reactions related to metals and nonmetals simultaneously so as to make a comparative study of reactions with oxygen, water, acids and bases and displacement reactions. Reaction with air or oxygen. Metals reacting with air. Most metals react readily with oxygen to form their oxides. Sodium, potassium and magnesium are soft metals which are highly reactive even at room temperature. Sodium and potassium are most reactive of all elements. They combine very quickly with the oxygen in the air. Hence, they cannot be stored freely in the air. They are stored in oil or kerosene. A piece of sodium brought out from kerosene and placed in air soon catches fire. Sodium combines with oxygen from air to form sodium oxide. So sodium plus oxygen gives us sodium oxide.
Na plus O2 gives Na2O, where Na is sodium, O2 is oxygen, and Na2O is sodium oxide. Let's balance this equation. After balancing, we'll get the final equation as 4Na plus O2 gives 2Na2O.
Reaction with air, oxygen, metals. So here's another example. Magnesium. Magnesium on heating burns vigorously in air, giving out a dazzling white flame and forming magnesium oxide, a white mass. It is given by the formula 2Mg plus O2 gives us 2MgO. That is, magnesium and oxygen gives us magnesium oxide. Now magnesium metal is available from scientific stores. Get a strip of magnesium ribbon and hold it on a flame with the help of a pair of tongs. Magnesium ribbon burns in air with a brilliant flame to form magnesium oxide, a white powder. Iron, copper and other metals do not burn as magnesium does, but on prolonged heating in air, they form their oxides.
Fe plus O2 gives Fe3O4, where Fe is iron, that is ferrous, O2 is oxygen, and Fe3O4 is ferric oxide. Let us balance this equation. After balancing, we'll get the final equation as 3Fe plus 2O2 gives Fe3O4. In this diagram, you can see that iron tied on a rod, when put into a flask full of oxygen, burns upon heating. From this experiment, you can find out that ferric oxide forms after burning.
Now children, take a piece of iron wire attached to a wooden handle. Heat the wire to a red hot temperature. Insert red hot iron wire in a glass full of oxygen. Iron wire burns, giving out sparks and forming a black powder. This black powder is iron oxide. Now you might have fired crackers during a festival or Deepavali. Crackers, when on fire, give out sparks of different colors. These colors in the sparks come from grains of different metals present in the sparklers. Different metals give out sparks of different colors when ignited. Oxides of metals are basic oxides. Their solution in water turns red litmus paper blue. Nonmetals such as carbon, sulfur, and phosphorus react with oxygen by burning in air to form nonmetallic oxides. Carbon burns in air to form carbon dioxide gas.
C plus O2 gives CO2, where C is carbon, O2 is oxygen, and CO2 is carbon dioxide. Let us take a cylinder full of oxygen gas. Now, put a piece of carbon at the bottom of the cylinder. You will find out that carbon dioxide gas generates from the cylinder.
Sulfur burns in air to form sulfur dioxide gas. Sulfur dioxide gas has a strong pungent smell which is suffocating when inhaled. Activity 4. To obtain sulfur dioxide gas by burning sulfur and to test it for being acidic in nature. Now children, take a deflagrating spoon, which is a spoon attached to a metallic rod bent at right angles. Lower some heated sulfur on the spoon in a jar full of oxygen. Sulfur burns with a flame, producing a pungent smelling gas. This gas is sulfur dioxide. Pour a little water in the jar and shake it to dissolve the gas in water. Sulfur dioxide gas forms sulfurous acid with water. Test the solution with blue litmus. It turns red. Now here's another activity. To obtain carbon dioxide gas by burning carbon and to test it for being acidic in nature. Similarly as the previous activity, place a burning piece of charcoal on a deflagrating spoon and lower the spoon in a jar full of oxygen. Carbon burns with a flame, producing carbon dioxide gas. Test the gas with lime water. Carbon dioxide, when dissolved in water, forms carbonic acid. Test the acid with litmus. Blue litmus turns red. Now phosphorus is a kind of a non-metal which immediately oxidizes in air. It catches fire even on a slight friction or low warming. It gets ignited by itself. It is for this property of phosphorus that it is stored in water. It cannot be kept exposed to air. It is used in matchsticks and on matchboxes. Bring a small piece of red phosphorus on a warm deflagrating spoon into a gas full of oxygen. Phosphorus burns vigorously, producing white fumes. These white fumes are phosphorus pentoxide and they get deposited on the cool walls of the jar as white powdery mass.